Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. Okay, guys, put your seatbelts on. This one is going to be good. I have a friend to introduce to all of you. He's going to share his first and last name and what he is up to. Hi.
Am I only saying that because you can't pronounce it? Is that what's going on here? My name is Mike Rabinowitz. I work in commercial real estate, and really my job is to just make friends throughout the city and help them save money.
And he does make friends. Now, we met, I was lucky enough to host our event at a space in which you governed over, right? And you were very, very nice to me, my darling.
Office.
Right? It was the tax office, and very, very nice to me. I loved the space. I loved you. And I was like, I want to expand. And so I got to hang out with you and Dan, and we got to look at spaces, and now we're friends.
It was great. I mean, were we friends first, or were we kind of like, was it a working relationship with you?
I think it was a working relationship that I'm slightly obsessed with you, and now you have to be my friend. I don't know if we had a conversation about being friends, but you're my friend.
Do people know about the grand dreams of like the big studio?
I don't know if I don't think it might be now. It's not necessary. It wasn't public knowledge because I was dabbling. Right? I was dabbling. I shared with my friend, my bestie, my dream, my grandiose dream of what I wanted where I wanted This Is It TV to live, like the four walls. And the best part about working with Mike is that he was just like, okay. I was like,
well, you're actually a great example of what we do. Because you think that it's like, I'm looking for a studio and I need to be under this budget and this is what I need, and I'd have no idea what the process looks like.
Yeah.
So we were able to walk you through that just to learn what your options were within the price range, which ultimately drove your decision. So like, It could have been your company. It could have been a 30-person company, a 100-person company, 200-person company. Everybody comes in with this goal in mind of like, I want this studio in this building and I don't want to break the bank. And our job is to really run the process and let the process flesh out the options. And we do that for you. And of course, you never pay us. So I have the best job in the world. I make a friend. I try to save you money and then you never pay me.
Which was so crazy. And I asked you multiple times, right? Because I was looking for the small print. I was looking for like the little asterisk that was like, he's really funny, he's really nice, but this is when you get the invoice. And like that never happened.
Well, that's the long con. So I think in 2030, if we make it through this, you're gonna see a nice check that you're gonna have to sign off on. I write it, it's fine.
100%. 100%. I'll have to pay for all the drinks for.
No, and it's what we have a standard engagement letter for all of our clients, and it basically says you can fire us for any reason whenever you want. Our job is literally just to advocate for you.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know what we do, I work at Tactics, and we do things much differently than I'd say 99% of our competitors. Because when you think of a commercial real estate broker, you think of somebody that represents a building, right? You think of somebody representing the landlord, telling the landlord, I'm going to get you the best deal.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they can also be telling the tenant or the office coming in, I'm going to get you the best deal. Now, there's a massive conflict of interest in there that wouldn't really be acceptable in any other industry, except commercial real estate still has some remnants of the Wild West, I'd say. And so that's okay for most companies. You can have, ABC company representing 3 buildings, and ABC company representing This Is It TV saying, I want to go put you into one of my buildings, but I'm going to get you the best deal.
Right.
How does that make any sense? So Tactics was kind of born because there was this discrepancy and issue in the marketplace where there was nobody truly advocating for the tenant. And that's why we exist. And, we do things a little differently. I think most of our office either has law degrees, MBAs, a history in finance, or they've just been in real estate and successfully in a really long time. So we kind of bring this together to help come up with different nuanced creative solutions to help you find the office that you want, but also to help you save money and be that outsourced real estate department.
I absolutely love it. And one of the major things that you helped me out with was being very, very honest and transparent about the process. Because I think that oftentimes you just don't know what you don't know. So yes, I want this space. Yes, I want it to be, this size in my mind. I want it to be in this location. But I think that the uniqueness of what you bring to the table, in addition to, having it be so easy to work with you, is that there was a sense of education that came along with it and a true hand-holding. And
we recognize that there's a couple things.
Yeah.
A, if you sign a 10-year lease, you deal with real estate once and then you never see us again. Right. So it doesn't make sense to employ a real estate professional, right? Meanwhile, you're up against a building that has real estate professionals all under their employment.
Yeah.
To go against them in any type of negotiation doesn't make any sense. It's not your expertise.
Right.
So that's why we're here. Right. I mean, it just, we want to help educate, like you said, so you know what the world looks like. At the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, it'll work out next time. And our job isn't just because these deals come, once every 5, 7, 10, whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's not a good revenue stream for me, right?
Right.
The only way for a company like us is to make money is to do such a good job that you then recommend us, or then every time you have a real estate question, you come to us so we can create this recurring relationship. It can't just be this C box, fill box, pay this, I collected my money, and you have a bad taste in your mouth because you felt brokered.
Right. Oh, so true. And that's, I think, the nervousness or the path of, when people start making bad decisions because they don't know or they don't feel comfortable asking the questions or posing the scenarios. And I think that was another thing, like the amount of scenarios in which you ran through. I mean, truthfully, but what about this? But what about that? Things in which you go into thinking, again, my daydream did not include, one of the major things that we were talking about was storage, did not include, the importance of parking, did not include some significant things within the operations of my business that our conversations afforded me to take a real deep dive into thinking about. So a question that I have for you, that I know to be true is that explain to folks about the process of getting to know the client, right? And getting to know their hopes, their needs, their resources, or what they want the space to do. How important is it for you to sit down and talk about their operations?
Well, it's funny because did you tee me up on this without telling me? We actually wrote a book about the process. It's like what to expect when expecting to move in real estate, pretty much. So the beginning is this kickoff meeting where we recognize, and I think this is most important, and you can't say this, that we're going to be working together for a long time. The real estate process can take, if you want to control it right, 18 months is a good place to start. Yeah. A lot of people will say, my lease is up in 6 months and I'll figure it out from there. But you can't do that because even if you just backdated it, it's like, well, how long is construction going to take? How long is it going to take to find the building that you want? How long is the lease negotiation going to take? All of a sudden, you're way too far and you no longer control the process. So if you start 18 months and we say, okay, what are we looking for? This is all in the kickoff meeting where maybe we bring in a designer and an architect to say, for you to be most efficient and to save you most money, maybe you thought you needed 5,000 square feet. Maybe you thought you needed 25,000 square feet. But maybe we can fit all of this and bundle it into about 18 or 19,000 square feet. So the goal initially is to find out what you need, create this base space, right? This requirement that says, all right, this is how we're going to go to market. And then we have to go based on whatever geography that you're thinking, we're going to go see what's available. And spaces aren't hiding these days. It's like, honestly, you could find, if you needed 10,000 square feet, you could go on LoopNet and find 10,000 square feet. That's not the value that we bring. The value that we bring is to create this negotiation. And the only way to negotiate for yourself to get the best deal possible is to have multiple options. So option A may be, I want to go to this building, but it's a little pricey. We're going to create option B, option C, option D. And for a price, all of those become option A. So it's not bluffing. We're having a conversation and we're saying, well, if we can get this price down, maybe I value this at this level. It's not the market rate says this is what it is. It's, well, how can we drive the market rate to fit into our budget to get the requirement that we're looking for? So we make sure that you drive the process 100% of the way. And it's not, I'm out of time, I don't have time to negotiate this, and I have to make a decision quickly.
Right.
That's not what we want. We want to build a team for you that works directly for you to save you the most money in the long run. And that's the goal.
Oh my gosh, by having honest conversations, by allowing for you to really sail the ship, and then you just really are captains within it. It is so fun. Truthfully, in an overwhelming scenario, because it's overwhelming. The price points are overwhelming, the size is overwhelming, construction's overwhelming. All of those things are overwhelming. The last thing you want is the relationship with the people that you work with to also be overwhelming. And so one of the things that is so evident in the relationship that I have with you and therefore, and Dan and your team, is that it's open, it's honest, it's comfortable. I don't feel nervous about saying, but I don't really understand that, or I don't necessarily know what that means, or I mean, and I wouldn't even say dumbing down. I think that a really good example of how to describe it is just empowering me, right? Cheldin, you can't make a decision if you don't know what these terms mean. You can't make a decision for your business 5 years and 10 years out if you don't understand this document. And you've really been able to help me, and I know you can help other people too. So
I appreciate that. And you nailed it. I mean, it is about educating and empowering. It's not dumbing down, right? It's smartening up. Yeah. And that's kind of the goal. I mean, the real estate industry is out to confuse tenants. It's not as malicious as I just made it sound, but market rates are quoted differently. At one building, it can be $25 triple net, and the other building can be $25 gross. And in your head, you're saying, oh, they're $25, they're the same. But you don't understand the nuances. You might not, you might, and then you can understand that. But we have to create a level playing field. And that's even with the financial analysis we make that just makes everything apples to apples. So you can say, this is the decision that you're making. Our goal, we can't make the decision for you. We let the process drive itself.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, you have all of the tools, all of the ammunition, everything you didn't have to now make the decision for yourself. And that's what our goal is.
Oh, I absolutely love. Well, I want some people to make some decisions with you, even in these uncertain times, as you navigate what to do with your commercial real estate, how to take your business to the next level. I think I got a friend that can help you out. If people want to get in touch with you, my darling friend, if people want to figure out ways to work with you or to tap into the resources that you and your team have, where would they find that information?
This is going to be on LinkedIn, I'm assuming. So just click on my name and reach out. You can go to tactics.com. We're going through a website change right now, which is going to be very exciting, especially because you can't go to the office. So the only way to really see us is on our website. Or email me at mrabinowitz@tactics.com. I will not spell that right now, but I will.
I'll make sure it's in the post.
All right. Tell what else you got for me? Can we switch this to a?
We can. Next time you get to interview me. How about that?
That would be my dream.
Your dream?
Yes.
I'm a little nervous. I'm getting a little nervous. Are you guys going to tune into all of that? Oh my goodness. Look what I just opened up. A can of worms.
Okay, so screaming my dream for you, Cheldin.
Oh my. Well, then we have to make it happen. I'm not a liar. I will make it happen.
Nobody interviews you. Like you interview everybody else. It's time to ask somebody how Cheldin's doing.
All right, so we're going to make a date for that for sure. We're going to make sure that that happens. Guys, are you into that? I think you're into that. But in the meantime, you got to connect with my friend. Follow, fan, and like everything he's got going on. Thank you so much for joining me, Mike.
Thank you. Okay.
So fun. From all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and we will see you soon. Take care.